Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Coming through the video, part 2 of what the fuck makes you so special? Nothing, just me. If you missed part 1, I'll put a link below, and you can go catch up. It's entertaining, I swear. But for those that are watching, thank you very much. As always, I'm on a mission. Can't do it by myself. Anyways, where I left off was when I graduated high school, being the first out of 10, and technically the only one out of 10 to graduate. You know, so people be like, "Oh well, must have been good, light after the tunnel." At the end of the tunnel. No, hell no. Shit just got interesting. So when I graduated high school, I was pretty much on my own. I got offered a job, an office job, because I've worked all kinds of jobs. Shit, telemarketing, janitorial, cafeteria, fast food, just, whatever I can get hired at, doing yard work, whatever. But I got an office job, and, it was a decent job. I was still in the old ghetto, as they would say, mentality. A little rough around the edges, still kind of angry inside. And being fat and angry is not a good combination. But I did have a person with me at the time, and at the time I believe, I felt great emotions with her. I was in love with her. I had this vision of living a normal life. I was just tired of the life I was already living. And you figured things would be simple, but they didn't turn out that way. Eventually, my work let me go because, well, they let me go for a lot of reasons. One, I wasn't their type of employee. When it's an office job and you're pretty much the one that they can make go clean the toilets, it's kind of fucked up, but it's what they do. Sometimes it's like, hey, you got that, it needs to be clean. Oh, get Javi, he'll do it. But damn well nobody else is gonna do it. So let this guy do it. So yeah, it kind of sucked, but it was a job. Like I said, I was rough around the edges. I didn't really dress professional. I didn't really talk professional. Hell, they gave me a fucking vocabulary book. Just imagine that. When somebody has to give you a vocabulary book, right? Talk about that for a second. But the biggest pet peeve I've always had, and to this day I still do, I hate when people talk down to you. Talk like as if you're beneath them. That they gotta talk at you. They can't ask you, or because of your background, they feel they can make you do certain jobs that, that's fitted to you. You know what I mean? So yes, I got fired. But during that time, things got really bad. I was cheated on. My family was still in turmoil. I just didn't want it no more. I just didn't care. It's like I work. As the phrase my little brother would always say, we're fighting to live, but living to die. Tomorrow's not promised. What the fuck for? What's the point? Depression sat in pretty hard. My insecurities. I'm like, I'm fat. Dude, why does this girl even like me? I kind of pushed her away, and it led to being cheated on. Actually, a couple times. I was a dumbass. I took her back that first time. The second time I was just like, all right, I'll tell you some detail, okay? So she cheated on me. She would go to work, and I was working like 2 jobs, and I was tired all the time, and things were just really weird. And sometimes when you go home, you just sleep. For a male, that kind of affects us, sexually, but it happens. We're stressed out. We're tired. I was overweight and not feeling good, plus working 2 jobs. Shit, I was screwed. But she felt that I was cheating on her, so she decided to cheat on me back. So, long story short, I got punished for no reason. But what had happened was I wouldn't even tell you about that. If I get enough likes, maybe if I get enough comments, we'll go into that detail. But anyways, she cheated on me twice, and I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." And we decided to just split ways, and I knew I was fucked up in the head. I was fucked up in the heart. I didn't know. I didn't have nowhere to turn to. Family was screwed. Love life was screwed. My body was screwed. Work life was screwed. That was it. I was just done. I was tired of it all. In fact, it got to a point to where, I was coughing up blood for a while. And that, I'll tell you, I ended up having to go back to perform for my high school again. And this is where I met Mrs. Beastie now. Okay. I met her for the first time there. In fact, her and her family actually convinced me to go see a doctor. And they found out that I had internal bleeding. And technically, it was because of my rap. I've been shot, stabbed. I was jumped 9 times. Had a record of 68 fights in school. Yeah, that many fights. I didn't keep count. The schools did. Hence why I had to go to a bad guy high school. But, when you're the fat new kid and you move to like 6 different middle schools, I swear they were all in self-defense. But I was aggressive too, so it didn't make things easier when my brother died. Anyways, so God gave me that choice. He said, like, you want to live or die? Your choice this time. And they convinced me. I got the corrections done. Stopped the bleeding. And I just knew that I wasn't good to nobody. I would always put myself in harm's way to justify if anything. If I die, then fuck it, I die. What's the point? So, I guess in other perspective, I was suicidal. Yeah, I didn't care to be here, dude. I didn't. I was just tired of all the shit. I was. I didn't love me. I didn't love anything about me. I didn't care to be here. There was no point to be here. I'm expendable. I'm just a tool. I didn't have anything. I didn't have nothing forward. I didn't nothing. But it sucked. It did. Anyways, as Mrs. Beastie at the time, who wasn't Mrs. Beastie, she was just my friend. She would talk to me a lot. A couple of my friends actually just started to step in more, and my mom, she actually, she's like, man, well, you can't think like that. You gotta find a reason. You're one of the strongest I know. There's gotta be something. In other words, she sparked something inside of me, and I said, you know what? I need to do this. I gotta learn to love myself first. I gotta learn how to fix this first. And this. Because as long as these are too broken, I'm not good to nobody. So I decided to take myself serious. I was tired of the jail sex. Sex you want, you can't have, and sex you get, you don't want. So yeah, it was a shitty time. Anyways. But anyway, so, okay. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to invest in myself. I was broke as shit because I was jobless and working little bullshit jobs. I was obese and I knew I needed to do something. I know I didn't want to be thin, so doing cardio was not in the option. I mean, I hated it, and I knew that I needed to stop eating junk. So I got rid of my tortillas because those were my utensils, not forks and spoons. Tortillas were my utensils. I got rid of the sweets, my pies. Pie is my favorite dessert. I got rid of all of it, and I just started to, go with my common sense. I would kind of utilize the apartment gyms, like in the neighborhood. I would sneak into them. I wait for people to come out, and I just quickly jump in or make a lie, be like, "Hey, I forgot my key. You think you can let me in real quick?" And I would work out. I would just lift because in my mind, I wanted muscles. In my mind, muscles were attractive. I didn't want to be weak and thin. I wanted to be strong and built. I knew that from the get-go. And so I would lift every fucking day. And then when I finally got a decent job, I was working security. I got a decent job doing security, and I joined the membership. Pure Fitness was the gym I first joined, and I would go there every day. People would think I was one of those New Year's babies, just I'm only there for a month or two and I'm quitting. But nope, every day I lifted, whether it be supersetting, chest day. I just did a single part every day, and I just watched what I ate. And then they offered free nutritional classes, and I took them. I learned how to count calories. I learned about the Atkins diet at the time, and then I knew, I just went with common sense. A couple people in the gym started recognizing that, they'd be like, "Oh, you shouldn't lift every day. It's bad for you." Blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever. Fuck it. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Might as well go with what's gonna make me happy, right? Everybody got an opinion. Just do you, okay? So I would lift, and some of them would lend me books, and I would read. I would go to classes. I would self-educate. I just used common sense, man. I just knew. And then I would trial and error, to be honest. I couldn't afford supplements right away, but when I did, I knew the basics I needed. One was protein. Your body needs it. And I needed vitamins because I wasn't eating enough fruits and vegetables. Because who the hell can afford all that when you have to? Money is an issue. So I started just starting from the bottom. And then when I learned about pre-workout, oh my God, that shit was amazing. I love that shit. Pre-workout, I don't care. You can stick with coffee. I like my pottery shit. But yeah, no, man. I went through it. I started lifting, and I was averaging about 10 to 12 pounds per month. In fact, I was counting calories. I would journalize everything, like everything I ate. And Taco Bell was part of my diet because it was nearby work. So we'd always, do food runs, and I would go to Taco Bell. And this is before that whole fresco menu got fucking popular. I was so pissed. Why? Because sure enough, I would always get the fresco tacos. I remember that shit like it was easy. Like 150 calories, 7 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein. I mean, that shit was like standard. Yeah, see, I memorized that shit. I had it like every day. I'm like, fuck, I might as well have something. So, yeah, I made the fresco menu popular before it even was popular. Fuck off. Anyways, so shortly after, the gym, I met a couple more guys, and they implemented the idea of me one day competing, just stepping on stage. But like, it's not often, it's not common. I mean, it's already hard enough to compete if you're already in good shape, but let alone going from where I was. And I'll tell you what, man, I thought about it, I dreamt about it. I'm like, that'd be fucking awesome, that'd be cool. And then sure enough, people would come and see me working out no matter what shape I was. I was just going. And it was just me, My self-confidence was creeping up there. I felt good. I felt strong. And then watching my waist. I had a 48-inch waist. I'm 5'5.5". Okay? So I kept the belt, and I would plug holes in it every time I went down in inches. I went down from 325 to 280 to 250. And every time I went down, I'm like, I'm not happy. Let's keep going. I'm not happy. Let's keep going. I hit the 220s. I was like, son of a bitch, could I really do this? Let me get into that 200. When I hit that 200, they're like, maybe one day, maybe you could compete. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. I ended up losing 120 pounds that year. I remember the doctor was like, dude, this is too dangerous. It's way too dangerous. And I'm like, fuck off, man. It was dangerous being obese. Is it going to be dangerous now? Shut up. I don't want to hear it. But I lost 120 pounds in 1 year. In fact, I was aiming, I was going to go for a show, the NPC Miles production here in Arizona, which I found out that is very hard because it's not a 1 day show like other states. It's actually a 2 day show. But I'm like, you know what? I have all this loose skin. And FYI, before I even go to that part, Man, I swear to God, nobody in all the transformations I would have seen in the beginning. This was back in the day with MySpace, okay? 2012. All right, this is damn near 5 years ago. Fucking, they didn't talk about what happens when you lose all that kind of weight. You didn't see that shit in the magazine. All right, I had all of this excess skin and I fucking hated it. You know, it's like you go from one struggle to another. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can make this work. So I ended up getting coached a bit on how to do competition dieting. So I started dieting for that. And I was like, you know what? March is here. March is around the corner. Let me diet for that. I mean, let me see if I could actually make it on stage. That'd be great. That'd be a hell of a success. Fuck it. I have all this loose skin. Why not? And you know what? Fast forward. I was so close to that year, you know. In fact, I submitted my progress to bodybuilding.com and I went from first winning transformation of the month to transformation of half the year to ended up winning male transformation of 2012. You can Google it, bodybuilding.com. Male transformation of 2012, and that's me. And I was shocked as shit. I'm like, wow. To me, I was just trying to fix me, you know? Who would have thought? I never would have thought. Fuck no. When I first started out, I just wanted to just be able to tie my shoe without turning red in the face. And, you know, I just got tired of having to move my stomach to take a piss. You know, shit like that sucked ass. I don't know why, you know, it was not a feeling. I hated being fat that much. And then being a survivor, you know, you fight bigger people. You fight people trying to take your food and your money and your belongings. And why feel weak when you can feel strong? And I wanted to feel strong. So when I won that, I was like, man, that was so freaking awesome. I'm so close to stepping on stage. I was just a couple weeks, actually. I was gonna pull out my savings and put it all down and just to step on stage, loose skin and all. I didn't give a shit until a week before the competition. My brother George, oldest of the boys, ended up passing away. I got a call. He was he was in a car chase, you know, and they lost sight of him for a split second, and they found him dead, ran into a tree. You can even Google it. That's the shitty part about all this. All my brothers, you can actually Google and find out what happened to them. Kind of embarrassing, but that's life, right? But George died, and it was funny too. I'll rewind real quick. We never got to have brother moments, me and my brothers. They were too busy doing the gang stuff and the drug stuff, and I didn't want nothing part of it. But it was funny because the year before he passed away, that following August, I got to take him out for his birthday. And he was super excited, and he was like, oh my God, man. I'm like, he comes out of the room, I'm like, no, you're not going out with me looking like that. You better go change, put some good clothes on. And I took him to a bar, because I like to dance, to be honest, yeah. And I bought him some drinks, took him dancing. And I said, George, we're about to have grown-up time for the first time, man. And I hugged him, and, you know, and I swear, man, you know, although my brothers were all big and bad, they were all good people. They were all smart people. They would, you know, it sucks because from the outside looking in, they were bad guys. But these guys would help you. They would do for you. It just sucks how life, you know, perspectives are everything. You know, so for all those that always thought bad about my brothers, fuck you guys. They're still my brothers. But anyways, I took him out for his birthday. He had a really good time. He got really drunk off of 2 drinks. I'm like, you sissy. You know, I took him dancing. He had a great time. So I'm glad I got to do that with him. And then when he passed away, you know, it hit me. You know, I'm just like, fuck, that's another one, right? How many more? They're supposed to be, they're supposed to be, you know. But I didn't compete. In fact, I started drinking. Damn near became an alcoholic. Didn't. Damn near close. But I drank and ate every fucking day. I didn't care. I ballooned up from like the lowest I was at was like what, 167, 168 around there. I shot up to 230 in less than 3 months. Yeah, I ballooned the hell up. Um, and I just throughout that time, everybody was worried about me, and everybody, everybody has an opinion about griefing, but it's never the same. It's not. It's not the same. I'll be damned if it is. But again, George was a gifted guy. He used to play in the mariachi. I'll tell you a little bit about him. He used to play in the mariachi. He learned how to play the accordion, the guitar, the bass guitar. And his favorite style of music was blues. So, as weird as that was, even though he played in the mariachi band, and we all used to do music for my mom because that was like our family time, he would always sing blues. And it was like his favorite type of music, and he could relate to a lot of it, you know. And in memory of George, I guess you can say it's painful to hear blues sound. It really is. It's painful to hear a lot of music. Um, Anyways, all right. So I'm gonna stop there. We'll continue on to part 3. See, this is just the beginning. How much can a motherfucker like me endure, right? I guess a lot. They say God doesn't give battles, or no, how does the phrase go? I totally screwed that up, didn't I? God doesn't give you what you can't handle. Then God must think I'm a strong son of a bitch, right? Because he dishes them out. But again, after that I bounced back. I started training again. I started putting all my anger and focus into the gym, lifting 7 days a week, every goddamn day, till it hurt, and it hurt. Damn, did it hurt. And eventually I started to come back down in weight. So we'll stop there. And we'll begin part 3 later. So if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. I'm on a mission. Just trying to let you know why I say what I say, do what I do, and where my perspective come from. If you're catching this tonight, good night, sweet dreams. If you're catching this in the morning, good morning. Let's make today, tomorrow, and every day count. You guys have a wonderful one. Adios.